5 years ago, I was just an average kid trying to get myself together after my parents got divorced. I went through class like it was nothing, never really saying or doing anything unless I felt like it. I got through my entire middle school year with 60s and 70s because the only thing I really took serious was the test. I completely ignored homework. As for friends to get support from, I had none, and I didn't feel like getting any either. I really wasn't the social or athletic type. I was obese at the time, which really didn't help either. Who would want a short, stubby, 289-pound kid as a friend? Then one day, my English teacher recommended me for this program named AVID. And the next thing I know, I was in it. At first, when I went to class, I was away from the rest of the students and isolated myself in the corner. In a way, I was like Gollum in his precious ring from Lord of the Rings, wanting to be alone all the time. Took me a while to get used to everyone because, truth be told, I thought AVID was stupid. And I myself stupid for being in it. That's what everybody told me, and I went along with it. It wasn't until Miss Pinchin and Miss West confronted me and told me to stop toiling in the past because what happened in the past is in the past, and there was nothing I can do about it. After that, I was a different person. I started to talk to people, go to school dances, and you name it. It was a complete 180 from the person I used to be. Thanks to the guys in my AVID class, I had the confidence to try out for our football team and lose some pounds in the process. It was hard at first because, well, let's face it, being a fat 289-pound kid, you couldn't be the fastest runner. I had no endurance, no technique, and no prior knowledge of how to play football. At times, I felt like quitting, but my friends from AVID kept pulling me back. And I couldn't let them down, so I continued on. I may not have been the best man on the team, but I definitely had the most heart. Once high school came around, I went back to my prior self before AVID because, well, let's face it, every freshman's afraid of the seniors. What made it worse is that I didn't really know anyone. Once I started meeting people, the social aspect in me came out. I was saddened, though, because all my friends from my previous AVID class has quit. I was the only one that stuck through it, and I'm glad I did. It wasn't until my sophomore year that things started to go downhill again. My parents were fighting each other for custody of my sister and I wasn't prepared for that. I was worried about all my hard classes, and now this, it was just too much for me to handle. My grades went from high B's and low A's to F's. My wrestling season was going bad, and I isolated myself, skipped school a lot. It wasn't until my wrestling coach said that life is all mental and that you are what you think. That got me thinking, why am I doing this to myself? It wasn't like me to get so down and depressed over the little things. So the next day, I got both of my parents together and told them that if they had a situation and they needed to work it out, that they should do it on their own and leave me and my sister out of this. Did it work? Nope. It didn't, but it didn't change anything as I kept on living my life with the support of my AVID family and friends behind me. To this day, as you can see, I'm still an AVID and I love it. If it weren't for my teachers and my friends being behind me every step of the way, who knows where I would have been today. Today, I am quite proud of my accomplishments, such as being a varsity wrestler at 180 pounds coming from a fat 8th grader at 289. Also, I am part of the AVID leadership team and one of the 6 members in the Superintendent's Student Advisory Council. As for my future plans, I want to pursue a career in education or in medicine. Thanks to AVID, I feel that there is no obstacle I can overcome.